My name's Anna Marie. If you're new to Lengthen and Strengthen, today we'll be doing 30 minutes of awesome active stretch. So foam roller is necessary, possible. If you have it, if you don't, no big deal. Also, a yoga strap or a long towel can be used, rolled up the long way. We can use it, but you don't have to really have anything either. So a mat would be nice, but you can also use a towel. Hi, Gail. Hi, Pat. Hi, Judy. Loretta, Susan. I'm going to out today. I thought I'd do a little interaction for like one solid few minutes here for like a good minute. Like everybody could say hi and like, how are you? I feel like sometimes we're on these things and like anybody else feel like you're talking to yourself into a computer.
Gail, Connie.
Oh, yay. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, Andy and Mark.
Hi.
What?
I haven't seen you in what, 5 weeks?
Is that Loretta?
Loretta, you haven't seen me in 5 weeks. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
All right.
See, I like this. This is fun. This is what class is all about, right? Sometimes it's just a connection. So it just has to be 30 seconds. I just thought today, I was like, let's do something different. I always start saying the same things over and over. And I was like, today, let's just say hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Jana.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, this is Gail. Hi, Anna
Hi,
Marie.
Gail. Hi, Gail.
Hi, Jana.
Hey, Gail.
I miss you guys.
Yeah,
Hey, we miss you too.
I'm in the pandemic of boredom.
Well, I'm glad you're here today. We're going to get an awesome stretch. We're going to start in like 10 seconds. I would like to do one thing though, really quickly, and everybody can just, for 1 second, do me a favor. And either if you want to air high five or come off, you don't have to show your face. But I just want to say thank you to Jana, because I think she is an actual true blessing on this earth. And I just am really grateful for Jana today. So Jana is one of my main reasons that I'm grateful today. So thank you, Jana. Oh, everyone's clapping on their thing. I like it.
Thanks, Anna Marie. Thanks, everyone.
You're awesome.
Appreciate it.
You make my world better, Miss Jana.
Oh, thank you. You guys are all awesome.
Makes our world better too.
We're going to get started, and whoever snack pack is, that's fantastic. I'm going to totally rename myself. Just know I will not be Anna Marie Forbes next.
Good to
All
go.
right. This is fantastic. All right, guys. Find yourself on the floor. Let's come into an awesome headspace. We are just going to get a massively great stretch in today. We're going to repeat on the series of about 3 stretches, probably 3 times. So just know that we're going to stay in a stretch for probably close to 90 seconds, probably each stretch when we get there. So just let you know that, okay?
I am.
Do not rush it.
Yes, foam roller, which we don't. But that's,
Oh, we're getting up.
Nope, I'm coming back. You guys can stay down on the ground. My director and producers are just going to fix the lighting to make sure you guys can see me. Everyone can see me? We good, Jana?
I can see you.
Okay, awesome. All right, you guys, can you come into just either a cross leg or 1 foot in front of the other, or you can do the cobbler's pose, whichever you want to start in. It depends to you. Come into cross leg position. Let's just open up our hips for a little bit. Shoulders are back and down. Remember about taking from the navel all the way up like something is pulling you like a puppet string. You want to stand tall. Shoulders are back and down. Chest is up. Roll back and just let your hands slightly come to the floor, just gently down with your fingertips. It's a lot to think about just sitting, huh? Watch what happens if you don't do all those things. That's what happens. So you want to think about the shoulders are back and down. You're standing proud of your chest. You're pressing to open up these hips down. If you want to use your hands, you can. Otherwise, just let gravity take its course. We're going to reach all the way up. We're going to open up the spine a little bit, taking these hands up and twisting to the side. You can look over your shoulder if you want, just a little bit. Hold there for about 10 seconds. Now, once you come back to the center, raise those arms up. Separate those fingertips for me. Kind of wiggle them around. And we're going to go to the other side. One side might be a little bit tighter than the other. Pay attention. Are you gripping in your jaw or your eyes, teeth? Release that and come to the center. We're gonna go all the way up again. Nice inhale in and exhale, turning the other way. I'm gonna come back up to the center. And one last time. And then come right all the way back to the front. I want you to take these shoulders, make them friends with your ears. Try to be really best buddies, like as tight as you can all the way up. Hold for 5, 4, kind of uncomfortable, 3, 2, and then I want us to release. Opening up that chest, heart to the sky, and I want you to, again, to make your friends' shoulders almost touching those earlobes, high as you can. Kind of makes you look funky and weird. Apparently, I like to scrunch my face when I do it. I don't know why I feel the need to do that. I'm laughing at my daughter on the other side of this camera. If you could only see how awesome. Her name is Emma, and she's fantastic. She's like, oh, dear Lord, my mother. And release. All right. So we're going to come to standing for one pose, but this is very important. So what I want us to do before you stand up, listen. You're going to start, though, if you can get into this seated, we're going to take the feet right outside, me in a low squat, kind of like a frog position. Here we are. Down, hands can be down. Feet are about as wide as a mat. If you need to come out a little bit, you can do a modification of just kind of bending over with a slight knee bend. What we're going to do is we're going to try to raise all the way up, touching your fingertips down and rolling through and opening the hips and coming back here. So watch me first. You're going to come up for 1 and then go back down. Everyone come with me when you're ready. We're going to do 10. So we're going to come up for 10. Opening those knees. The modification, you can just stay up, kind of reach, and then lift up. Or if you want, for 5 more, we're down here. Just remember, if I show modification, you can keep moving. You also can keep your hands down the whole time if that feels more comfortable. Roll those hips forward, all the way back. Give me 2 more. This is our first of 3 exercises we're gonna do. 1 more, all the way through. And then come all the way back up. Awesome. Now I want us to take the knee back, 1 knee forward. We're gonna sit up, hip. Both are at like 90, woo! You might fall over, 90 degrees. And we're gonna reach 1 down, fingertips to the ground. If you want to bring the arm up, you can. And then you're gonna go to the other side. Now, this takes a lot of balance. If you start to feel like you're a little bit off balance, that's normal. I'm gonna do 5 on each side. So you also can just go side to side. Go slow. The slower you go, the better. Push through this heel. Reach. Ooh, reach. Does anybody feel that in their core and obliques? You should. 1 more. And release. Slowly bring that knee underneath. Switch the feet up. This side I already can tell is going to be better. That balance must be off on that side. So remember, we're going to reach down. Breathing each time. That was my spine, I think. I was like, ooh, everything's cracking in my back. Anybody feel any little cracks? As long as it's not as nice, sharp pain, we're doing good. You should feel this. This should be a little bit more intense than it looks. On each side. All right, then come back to our seated position. And all we're gonna do is lay down on the ground. I'm gonna try to be on the side here for this. We're gonna bring 1 knee in at a time and switch the knee. And switch, and switch. Flex the foot. Point. Shoulder blades are on the ground. Hips are squared to the ceiling. One more on each side. And release. Give yourself a hug. Bring your chin to your chest. And let's get back up. We're going to do that one more time. So we're going to go through the whole cycle again. So if you want to get up, you can. Otherwise, you're going to go right back down into squat position. Okay, so either hands are here or here. We're going to start with 10. You might go a little bit, not necessarily faster, but smarter this time because you know what you're going to do. So think about how you're going to move before you're going to move. So we're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 'Come all the way through if you can. Putting up those hips. This bothers your knees. I told you just can stay right here is fine. For 2 more. 1 and 2. Fantastic. We're going to go back down into that lunge position. 90-90 with the legs. So knee is over ankle. Same in the back. And we're going to reach for 5. And you also could do this if you want. You could twist. Like sometimes this helps to balance. This can help to stay balanced. Otherwise, try to reach to the ground. This, you're going to have to tighten that core, keep yourself lifted, and really think about reaching. Think about letting those fingertips touch before they get there. Know where you're going to go, and maybe look at something not moving. 1 more on this side. And now bring that knee safely back. Switch the feet up. We're going to do this again. This time I challenge you to either reach towards the floor, lifting up an arm each time. I know when you do this, it's funny because when I practiced some new moves to do, I thought, this is one that doesn't seem like, it should be that difficult. So maybe it's just me, but I feel like this stretches a lot more than I thought it did. 1 more on each side. And release. The last, we're going to go back into, lay on the ground, and we're going to alternate bringing the knee in. This time, try to bring the knee a little bit more to like a little bit outside instead of staying right close to the chest. So kind of think about it being in like your armpit. I don't know how else to say it. It's a very laid back class. Kind of like think about placing it there. And now start to flex. And now point. One more on each side. Fantastic. All right, slowly give yourself a hug, bringing those moves into chest. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. And now we're going to slowly come back up and grab that foam roller. We did this move on Saturday, or maybe it was Wednesday, or maybe it was both. I don't even know what day is it really. That's kind of where I'm at. We did it at some point. We're going to come into the 90-90 with our legs. So here and here, go straight back out from the knee to ankle, make sure. But this time, if you have a foam roller, we're going to utilize the foam roller to push ourselves out for a little bit more on the stretch, okay? So if you do not have a foam roller, that's fine. What you're gonna do is you're gonna come down and hold the stretch for about 10 seconds, and then you're gonna slowly come back up. And we're gonna stay here for about a minute. If you have a foam roller, I challenge you to place your palms, or if it's wider, you can put them out here, however long your foam roller is. And I'm gonna press this out and hold for 10 full seconds. And you should 100 billion% feel this stretch. Opening up that entire piriformis, you should feel this through probably your glutes, your bottom, however you want to say it, the hip. And now I want you to slowly come back up. Take a nice inhale. I'm going to go back out. You guys, let your eye gaze fall to the floor. I'm lifting up my head only to talk so my voice doesn't keep going back and forth. You guys, think about this. For the entire Lengthen and Strengthen class, right now, your eye gaze should be at your floor. Your neck is in line with spine, keeping a long, nice, flat back. If you're on the foam roller, otherwise, you're going to be looking toward the floor without the foam roller lifting you up a little bit. Now slowly come back up. We will do that one more time. Inhale in and release. The challenge is going to be hold here for 30 full seconds. Think about your hips both squared to the front and take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. For 3, 2, and now slowly release. Now, please come up. Safely bring the knee that was back towards the front, cross it over, and we're going to switch the other side. Thumbs up if you felt that. This time again, think about that 90-90. This foot is active. Try to keep the toes active. Again, we're going to open up. Take a nice deep breath in with the foam roller if you can. Come out and hold. You can even think about being almost in like a child's pose position where the hands are out. Allow your head to kind of drop if you want a little bit of a shoulder stretch if you have the foam roller. Release your jaw. Roll slowly back up. Breathe. This challenge right now, when you go back down, don't tense up your eyes, don't tense up your cheeks, don't tense up your jaw. Let your mouth kind of just hang open. Let your tongue come off the roof of your mouth. Brace the core as you rise back up. And this one last time, we're going to stay here for 30 full seconds. Inhale in and release. When we hold stretches for longer, it seems like we're not doing as many stretches, right? Not as much foam rolling. But the thing is when we're going to be more flexible and we're going to allow these muscles to work for us in the right way, avoid injury, we have to stay in positions for about a minute. Hold for 5, 4, 1 second, and then slowly roll up. Oh, all the way to the top. All right. Now safely bring that knee up. That was in the back. Cross back over. We are going to do a quick little foam roll for this calf. If you have your foam roller and you've been with me before, you know to kind of cross over. We're going to roll forward and back from right above the ankle bone to right below the kneecap. You can lift yourself off for the third level. Otherwise, you can leave yourself on the ground and just kind of roll it back and forth. You can do both at one time if you want. 2 for 1 special, right? But I need you to do this for me. Keep your feet relaxed. I like to do one leg at a time. I just think I get a better foam roll. And I would never lie to you guys. I'm going to tell you right now that my foam rolling has not been as great this week. And my plantar fasciitis has been acting up. My knee has been bothering me, my injury that I had this not too long ago. So note to self, follow what I tell you to do. So my challenge to myself is to make sure when I report to you on Saturday that I foam rolled at least 10 minutes a day. Try to go side to side if you can. If you have a spot that's tight, hold it there. If you need to, you can start to do the U, where you kind of dig it in slowly, or just hold and release. Breathe in and release. And if you want, you can just kind of slowly go back and forth. Release that pressure and come back in. We're breaking up the fascia here, the connective tissue, right? So it gets very tight. If you did not have a foam roller, I'm going to show you what to do. I'm going to show you. You use your hands the same way. So I'm going to do this one, the same thing, but without the foam roller. So I'm going to use my fingertips right now to come all the way up the meaty part of my calf and go back all the way down using my fingertips and then all the way back up. You don't have to have a foam roller. And then my whole fingers, I'm going to slide up and down and or go side to side. This feels so good. And this is with not even anything. You need nothing but yourself. All the way back down and all the way back up. Think about kind of making like a cup position and rolling it down and slowly rolling it up with the pressure being applied. And then if you find a spot, it's the same thing. Take a fingertip and just kind of hold it there and slightly kind of rub with a little bit of a gentle push. It should never be a nice sharp pain, ever, but it shouldn't always be comfortable. If you're using the foam roller, it for sure won't be comfortable. So for me, like right now, I can feel a spot down here towards, that's probably why my heel is bothering me, obviously. Kind of like we like talk the talk, but we have to walk the walk. So I always think what makes us very believable instructors to you is I'm going to blatantly tell you that I have not done this as much as I should. So I'm going to walk the walk with you because it's obvious why there's a giant spot. So if you feel those spots, that needs to go away. And the only way to go away is to roll out or to do exactly what we're doing without the foam roller. All the way up and down. The last one we're going to do for today for the foam rolling is I want you to come on to foam roller. Now you can do this a little bit later if you need to take a little bit more time, but is our quad. So you're going to come forward from right above the knee, making in a plank position, and you're going to roll it forward and back, kind of like an army crawl. Level 1 is to leave your foot on the ground. Level 2 would be to lift it off. And slowly roll right under the hip to right above the knee. This is another one that if you want to go 4 forward and back, and then when you're done with the 4 forward and back, I want you to find a spot, maybe mid-thigh, and you're gonna go side to side, pressing side to side, like east and west for 4. And then if you want, you can start to dig in a little bit deeper. It's your body. If you find a spot, I want you to take a nice deep breath in and release. And I challenge you to get your toe off the ground. You can also do this without a foam roller. You can just do the same thing we were doing with your thigh. And go to the other side. You kind of have to be active in this kind of stretching. If you start sweating or feeling a little bit sick to your stomach, that's pretty normal. Try to go forward and back for 4. And then we're gonna go east to west again. So you find a spot, mid-thigh, lower thigh, upper, anywhere you have some soreness or tightness. You might not have even known you had it. Notice my eye gaze is at the floor for a reason. The majority of the time, I'm not looking at you on purpose, and I'm trying to keep correct form in my spine. And give it another about 5 seconds. You can either start to just roll it gently back and forth, forward and back, or side to side. And we're gonna release and come up. The next thing we're gonna do is that amazing couch stretch that we did. So I need you to get near either a couch or a wall. I have been doing this one every day, so I guess that's good. Now, from the side, it's gonna look like our knee, we're gonna try to get to this level, okay? That's what I'm doing behind me. So I'm just letting you know that when you have a setup, come into like a tabletop position, you're gonna take and pick a knee, and you're gonna walk it back so it's close to the wall. And you wanna keep those hands down until that knee is close to the wall, and then watch what I'm gonna do with this other leg, the one that's on the mat. I'm gonna try to lift it up here. So this is where we're starting. This is your starting position. You do not have to go any higher than this. You can just go side to side. This foot is either up on a wall or on the couch, and the knee, hip are in a line. Your goal is to slowly be able to rise up and hold here, hips squared, shoulders back and down, and hold for about 5 seconds. 4, getting your bottom as close to your heel as possible. 3, 2, and then release. And I know every single one of you is feeling this. Go side to side. Walk that foot out a little bit more if it needs to. And if this is where you want to stay, that's fine. Bring both hands into one side. Otherwise, start to go back up. Take a nice inhale in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. We're gonna do it one more time. Give yourself room for improvement. Don't have to be like all the way back. I couldn't even get my foot up like a week ago. It's amazing how you do a little bit of each thing each day. Slowly come back up and try to lift and hold for 5, 4, keep that chest lifted as proud as you can. 2, and slowly release, listening to me. Place those hands down. Slowly walk that knee off the couch or the wall and bring the other knee down and release. Now we're gonna go to the other side. So remember, we're gonna be in a tabletop position. You're gonna walk that knee back towards the wall or towards the couch. When you're ready, you want to lift the leg that's on the mat up. Knee, ankle in a line, and are not going over the toes, okay? So your weight is equal right between the center of your body. Get there first. Stay here if you need to, and you're gonna go back side to side. Modification is always necessary. Technique is 100% more important than getting what you think to be the move. And if you are ready, you're gonna slowly bring it up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. I get so thirsty and sweaty when we do these stretches. Side to side, opening up that hip. Release those toes a little bit apart while you're down there. Just be friends with your toes. Separate them. Slowly come back up. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're gonna do it one last time. This might be super challenging for some of you. This is all you need to do is stay right where I am right now. You don't have to do anything else. I see somebody coming on. And we're gonna slowly roll this back up. For 5, 3, 2, and release. And slowly come back down. Remember what we talked about, bring your hands where it's safe for you. Bring that knee down first, and then come back in. I want us to slowly lower ourselves to the ground, face down, feet together, arms are out. We're gonna lift our thumbs up, squeezing our bottom, eye gaze at the ground, lengthen to strengthen, strengthening that posterior chain, all the muscles of our back. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release back into child's pose. I want you to stay in child's pose for the remainder. We have about 30 seconds left. And you're gonna slowly rise up and come to a seated position. Take a nice deep breath in and inhale. Exhale, smile. And yeah, I'm gonna come up here and just tell you guys thank you so much. Join me again on Saturday. I'll be here at 10:30 to 11. Any questions or comments, feedback, let me know. Do a couple of these stretches, take them and do them in your day, okay? Just like I'm going to do, and I have to report back to you.
Okay.